you're gonna start day right, so we've got a Greg's. Look at this, Greg's and a bit of munch for later on. Oh yeah, it's definitely windy. Hey, it's James from Finney Electricals. In today's video, we're going to put some heaters in. It's a bit windy. There we go, so made it into the job. So we're going to take these little storage heaters out and replace them with some new ones, which are on like timers, so they'll be able to get heat at any time. So basically these are storage heaters, so these have got loads of bricks inside. Now it powers up during the night, the heat kind of stores in the brick, and then you've got like a little lever here, mechanical lever, which opens up a vent to let it out during the day. Now it gets to about 2-3 o'clock and it's cold as out, so they're pretty useless, so let's get rid of these. So that's the cover off. Alright then, so there's loads of screws to take out now, and we'll get access to the bricks. You don't want to lift this as a one unit because it's really heavy. There we go, so that's that cover off. So then, inside your storage heater, you got like a little heated blanket thing. We'll pop that off. And behind we've got the bricks. Like I said, these bricks will just heat up. If you look behind here, you'll see some little elements. There we go, so that's your element. So it basically powers up in there. Powers up overnight. These heat up the bricks, and the bricks store the heat. So there's like a mechanical flap here. So you turn that, and all that does is just open and close. You close it during night, and then during the day, when you want the heat, you open it up and it'll release it. Obviously it's going to release anyway, just because it's going to escape, but it's going to retain that heat a little bit more when they're down. And you've got like an input setting, so it basically you want to kind of bang it on the highest setting, so it'll kind of heat up the maximum kind of thing. So that's how these work. So yeah, it's just for the bricks really, and they're really heavy. It's similar to like maybe 2 household bricks. But yeah, so there's loads of these in them. So when you're taking them out, you're gonna make sure you take all the bricks out, and then the shell is just heavy enough to carry. They're really heavy. So that's those bricks out, so you can get a better look at these elements. So literally it's like a little ceramic connector block. So if you undo them 2 screws, this just pops out. So what you can do, you might find that a storage heater is shorting out, it's blowing the fuse, that kind of thing. So what it'll be is one of these elements is just shorting out. So what you do is pop the element out, you get your testers and test on the 2, and if you're getting continuity or not the right ohms reading, so you do 230 volts divided by what current it should be, it'll give you the ohms reading. And if it's not hitting that, then you know then it's faulty, so you know which one to replace, that kind of thing. But yeah, these are outdated now, so a lot of people are just getting rid of these and replacing with like timed heaters, which are a lot more efficient. So if you look, the power comes in here, goes into like a little connector block, and it goes up to the top, and then you've got like the input rating, so it goes through this little knob here and back out. That goes via a I think, where's that gone? There should be a thermostat somewhere, and then it goes up to your elements, just in and out, and then the neutrals comes in, and then comes in and out your elements there. That's kind of how it works. And then like I said before, you've got just a mechanical flap. I don't know if you can see this working, but try and twist this. I don't think it's working on this one, but basically all that's doing is just open up a vent and closing, so nice and easy really. Right then, so now this is all taken out, well this is a lot lighter, so it's just 2 screws at the side. There's a screw here, which should just zip out. There's a screw at the other side, which I don't know if we're going to be able to get to. It's right down here. Oh, I have to get a little screwdriver in there. This whole thing just lifts off, and there's just 2 little legs underneath. And that's it, and it normally goes under carpet, so just kind of tip it forward, pull it up out of the carpet, take him away. And there we go, so it just fit in, just to get in there, loosen him off. This whole thing should just pop off the wall now. There we go. And then obviously it's 2 feet there. So I'll have to chop this out. Obviously all this stuff's dead now. And this should just lift it out, hopefully. Just bend it right down. There we go, that's it out. It's all ready for the new one. So there's a few spare here. The new one, so flex will come out of here, and that new heater will sit here. So nice and easy. So that's the old heater out, and this is the new heater going in. So we're fitting a Dimplex monitoring panel. There we go. So it's quite a modern looking panel. It comes with like a little timer function. So these new ones come with a timer and thermostat built in, just so you don't have to have it on all the time basically, or you don't have to have a control centre control them all, that kind of thing. Most people just set them on like an hour before they get up, and then about half an hour before they leave. So that's in the morning, so they go out to work. This is during the week, and then towards like an hour before they come home, they'll set it, and then maybe an hour before bed, something like that, half an hour before bed. So that's kind of the time scales, and then you can set each room individually. So they've all got obviously built-in thermostats. So say you didn't use a room, or like here, there's 1, 2, I've got 2, 3, 4. They're not having one in there. 4, and this hallway. So there's about 5 rooms, including the kitchen. So they don't use that bedroom or this bedroom or whatever, and they just want to set it just so it comes on if it drops below 5 degrees, just to stop the damp. They can do that. So you can just put it on manual mode and say, right, when it goes below 5 degrees, it's going to kick on and stop the room from getting damp basically. So yeah, it can save them a lot of money basically. Because if you had a heating system, it heats up all the rooms at once, and it's going to cost a lot of money. But like this, you could even heat this room. If you know you go to bed at like 10 o'clock, you could heat it at 9:30, and it could be nice and toasty in here. And the other rooms can turn off sooner, you know what I mean? So you can kind of plan it around your schedule, just to make sure that you're only heating the rooms you're going to be going into at certain times. And that way, it just saves you loads of money that you're not got them all kicking in and out, you know what I mean, for like 5 hours at a time, whatever. So yeah, they're quite good. Right then, so we'll get this opened up. There we go, so that's the radiator all out of the box. So it's nice and easy. So just two little pins just keep it in place. There's plenty of cable length on these. So then, this is what we're dealing with. So basically it needs to be higher than 150. It's about 150 off the floor. So that's just to get kind of an airflow. So we can just kind of mount it here. So same gap each side probably. And then the cable will just nicely bob up into that few spare there then. So we could mount it a little bit higher. But yeah, so all we'll do is just mount it up, get his level on it, mark out his fixing holes, get them drilled, get that fixed, and it should just clip on nicely. So they're not too bad to fit really. So then this project's like a little renovation. So should just getting each room sorted at a time. So we did the kitchen. Well, we've done the rewire, but like this hallway, this is like a weird cladding. If you look, so all that's going to come off. It's going to bring all the plaster off, so it's all going to need boarding and skimming, which she's not ready for that. But she wants the heating on, so we'll end up, it's like chicken or egg. So I have to mount the heater, and then the plasterer's going to pull the heater off, plaster it and push it back on, but she wants the heating on, you see, so it's a bit of an awkward one. So what usually happens with like a renovation is that the full place gets gutted, obviously they're not living in it, and then once it's all nicely plastered, fresh plastered walls, that's when you fit the heaters, but it's just slightly different for this project. So this is the kitchen we did. So this is looking great, some of the cabinet lights there, lit other one, and you got your main lighting for the room. So it's nice and bright here, you can't tell, there's so much window light coming in. Yeah, it's looking brilliant. So we've got obviously hobs in. There's like a little island socket we did. That's looking nice under there. Obviously oven. So it's just nice simple kitchen really. That's it, fridge. And then this is like a little baking room. So she's gonna have like grandkids over baking in there, which will be lovely. Yeah, it's a nice little project really. So eventually all this will be all modernised. All the cladding will get ripped off and plastered and that. All the rooms will get re-plastered, bathroom redone, so it should be a nice little property by the end of it. Right then, so we're just offering it up then. So it's a bit off the skirting. It's more than 150. We'll just mark out these fixing holes. There we go. That's nice and level. going to fix him now. See you fixing out. Yeah, then get the shell fixed. Just got some 2-inch 10s, so nice fat fixings. So let's get one screwed in. Two. That stretch is going to go level. Look at that, perfect. There we go, looking good. Let's get the other ones in now. There we go. And this should just hook on nicely, so just do this, undo this flex. There we go. If you peer over the top, mate, and get it right down here, you'll see some little hook points. So it's hooks on there, hooks on there. It should fit in nicely. There we go. There we go, that's that heater on. That's beautiful that, so we're just going to turn the power on and then get him set. So we normally kind of clip this along, make it neat and sweet, but it's all going to get, basically all this ripped down. That panel's going to come off again. It's going to have to get refit once the kind of board and skim, because all that plaster's really loose, it's knackered. So then that's one done, so that's kind of how we fit the heaters. So we've got a few more bits to do. So I think Henry's doing this one over here. Henry's back for the week, so he's been at college. You enjoying college, mate?
Yeah, alright.
It's alright, is it getting a bit harder? A bit of both, bit of both. So yeah, we've got a few heaters to fit. We've got a couple of pendants to go over here. So the customer wants 2 pendants. We'll have the cable in the loft, just so we can mark up on the island, shine the laser level up onto the ceiling, and then we'll get perfect drops exactly where we want them. So we've got that to do. We've got a little pendant to bob in there, same as the island pendants. And I think that's about it. So obviously heaters to go down here. So it's just a heating and then those odd jobs, and then we should be done down here. And then we'll probably bob back once it's all plastered, just to kind of screw bits back and stuff like that. Because yeah, it's all going to get ripped off. It's going to be a bit of a big job, this hallways and bedrooms, but we'll get there. Alright, so just going to program one then. So there we go, UK and Ireland, click enter. Got to pick today's date. Was it 26? What time are we on? Let's have a look. So 1:20. Oh, I don't know. 1:20. I'll do. So then, to do it, click menu. There's different modes. So we've got a timer mode, which will kick it on and off with different times. There's manual, which will just kick on and off via the temperature. You get like a frost protection eco mode. So we want to pick a timer. So use a timer. You want to modify the time. So I'm going to click on Monday. So period 1, we'll have it knock on at 5 AM. Sorry, 4 AM it were. That she wants that on for. And then knock off at 5. So it's like an hour before they get up. So knock off at 5. And there we go. 21 degrees, so select temperature. Nope. and then we'll look for period 2 then. So it's going to come on at 11 and knock off at 11, because we don't actually want it to come on. Period 3, again, let it come on at 3 o'clock and knock off at 3 o'clock, so we don't want it to come on. And period 4 is when we want it to come on in the evening, so that'll be, I think it was 4 while 8, so 4, oops, 4 and then turn off at 8 o'clock. Can't do this, right? And there we go. Done. And then to make it really easy, all we do is, if we hold this advance button, hold it in, it'll say copied, and then you go to your next day, hold enter, it'll paste it for Wednesday, paste it for Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and then you just leave it in the timer mode, use timer, select, and there we go, that's all set up. So that'll kick in during those times, goes to 21 degrees and knock off. So there we go. So what I'm doing is banging it on a manual mode. So if you go menu, go modes, you can put it on a manual mode, and you can basically select the temperature, and it'll just kick in and out to that temperature and just be always on. Obviously when it gets temperature it'll kick off. So you could, say this room here and you want using it, you could just bang it on 5 degrees, and that'll just take any kind of chill out the air, and it'll can stop damp, that kind of thing. So you could just leave it on manual mode, not on timed, and it'll just kick in and out when it drops to 5 degrees. So what we're doing is just testing that the room's going to heat up nicely. So just go bang it on 21, and that's nicely heating up. There we go, so we've finished down there. So we've got all the heaters working, the pendants and stuff like that, but we ended up, she ended up locking up before we could go around and show you everything. But yeah, we got everything done down there. So we're now just dropping in on a little job where the bathroom fit is like stood on the LED strip, so we have to replace it. So I'll show you that, and then that's us done. So there we go, we just stuck that LED strip underneath. So what we do is get some clear silicone, and we'll just put a bead either side. And then what that does is, if the sticky back to the LED strip ever kind of wears off a bit, that bead of silicone all the way around, I'll just keep it in. So we've got that side stuck in, we're gonna get that side stuck in, and that'll be us done for today. Let's check this out. Look at this little spinny wheel, pick different colours and that. It's quite good really. And then you got these niche lights here, do it same. So I quite like that really. Beautiful. Oh, we also did this as well. Let's have a look. There's a poke. Look at that. I like it. There we go, that's stuck in. That's looking brilliant. Aiden's having a play with the remote. Quite good that. So yeah, if you like this kind of content, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the little bell notification over the next upload. As always, have a good one from me and Hayden, and we'll see you on the next one.